Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio, so today we've got some big news, ladies and gentlemen. We've got some very big news indeed. You see, I've told you that there is a special mini set coming. Told you that a couple of times. I told you about it in English. I told you about it in Japanese. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, now we've got an actual proper job, full-on, confirmed Pokemon GO Pokemon TCG set. Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in summer 2022, there is an actual expansion for the Pokemon TCG themed around Pokemon GO. Now, it's not the first time we've had a little bit of a crossover. Remember, we previously had the Professor Willow card, which is just Professor's Research Willow, and that came with a code on to unlock special research, which was rather lovely, but that was it. It was kind of a little one-off thing, and it was cool, don't get me wrong. I've got the English version, I've got the Japanese version. It's very lovely. Problem is, the Japanese version comes in its own cool little booster pack, which makes me not want to open it, so we'll find out one day if I ever do. But it's not really full-on integration, not like we wanted. Well, now we do. Now we've got actual proper job full-on set of Pokemon GO. And what do we have? Booster pack image. Now, we do actually have a lot more from the Japanese reveal. What we have in English is the booster pack and the fact that it is coming in summer 2022. No official release date, no confirmation that it is a mini set. It's pretty obvious, but no confirmation. If we look at the Japanese booster pack, however, we can see that it is very clearly marked as S10B, as in Sword and Shield 10B, as in a mini set. So we know with absolute certainty that it is Sword and Shield 10B and it is that mini set that we assumed it was going to be. Now, of course, we knew that one of the things that was coming in that mini set was going to be a Mewtwo V, or at least that was one of the very, I don't want to say rumor, but one of the pieces of information we had that was pretty concrete was that we knew that there was going to be a Mewtwo V. Well, great news, ladies and gentlemen. Mewtwo is very prominently featured on the front of this booster pack, so I think getting a Mewtwo V is all but guaranteed at this stage. So that's kind of cool. And there are a bunch of clues on the booster pack. We can see that Blissey is on top of a gym, and right, let's make no bones about this, ladies and gentlemen. That is not a coincidence. None of this is a coincidence. All of this information has to be vetted very carefully. There will be layers of approval going into this booster pack. So when I'm looking at this booster pack and I am drawing conclusions, there is a very good reason. You'll notice in the top left of the booster pack, we have a Pokestop. And we got Blissey on top of a gym. There is going to be some kind of interaction, some kind of crossover, some kind of mechanic. It could be as simple as stadium cards, because come on, who doesn't want a Pokestop stadium and a Pokegym stadium? As far as I'm concerned, that seems pretty likely, though of course not confirmed. You'll also notice that the Gyarados looks a lot like an old lock screen, or splash screen, or call it what you will. So, I mean, those opening screens that we see in Pokemon GO, they're pretty spectacular, right? That's the kind of artwork we could be having in this set. I am very excited if that's the case. You will also notice that there is a Professor Willow there, and now it is the stock art of Professor Willow. It is not the same artwork that we saw on Professor's Research Professor Willow. However, does anyone not believe that we're getting a full art Professor's Research Willow in this set? Like, we have to be. Now, what's really weird is Professor Willow was actually a Regulation Mark D. It's got to be. It's got to be printed now a Regulation Mark of F, because all the new cards are being printed with a Regulation Mark F, like Professor's Research Rowan, for instance, which we're getting in Brilliant Stars. So, yeah. We can actually see quite a lot from the booster pack. And actually, not for nothing, but it is very much worth pointing out that we've got the same booster pack artwork here on, well, look, we've seen loads of different ones of them. The English and Japanese are the same, but also Indonesia's the same, and Korea's the same, and Hong Kong and Taiwan is the same. They all use the same booster pack artwork. And this never happens. Like, if we look at a 25th anniversary set as a lovely example, we can see that Japan had the same booster pack artwork as Korea, and the same booster pack artwork as Taiwan, as an example. But we got celebrations which had very, very different artwork indeed, like super different. It doesn't really mean very much, but I really appreciate that they're doing it this way. This makes me kind of happy. Now, of course, one of the questions I had was, well, hang on a second, when is the last time we actually saw this? We had the same booster pack artwork as Japan. The answer was provided by the lovely Matthew Arrive, Immunity over on Twitter. And you can see that the Japanese booster pack has the same artwork as one of the English language booster packs. So that's kind of cool. This actually gives me real Detective Pikachu vibes. Just purely in terms of the booster pack artwork. This is very, very similar to the booster pack artwork for Detective Pikachu over in Japan. This is very much us taking the Japanese style booster pack, not Japan taking the English style booster pack. But it's still really kind of cool. Now, although we have a release date of summer, Japan have an actual date for June the 17th, which is the same as the date we've seen listed for the Sword and Shield 10.5 set in English. So, although it's not confirmed for us, now Japan it is. Japan it is confirmed for June the 17th. Us it isn't, but we've seen distributor listings for that date, so come on. And you know what that means? Do you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen? That means actual synchronized global release. Everyone's getting it looks like, at least, on the 17th of June. Of course, remember, our celebrations came out before Japan's 25th anniversary set, which did lead to a couple of issues, honestly. But still, that was really cool. Does this mean we're getting worldwide releases for every set? No. No, it doesn't. Because Japan got Starbirth a couple of weeks ago, and we're not getting Brilliant Stars until the 25th of February. So no, we are absolutely not getting synchronized worldwide releases. We could move closer to that, but it would take a little bit of time to shorten the gap and actually make that work. No, we're not getting synchronized worldwide releases. That is most certainly not happening. But for this one particular set, it definitely is. So what do we actually know? What we actually know is there is a Pokemon Go themed TCG set, and that it is coming in summer. We know in Japan it's coming on June the 17th, and we're fairly sure that that is going to be a release date for us as well. And like I've said, there is a lot that you can get from the front of that booster pack if you look nice and carefully. Also, and I've got to point this out because this is kind of cool, there's an actual Concalder card. And this is interesting to me, because we don't get many Concalder cards. At least I always think that. We actually got one back in Battle Styles. But the one in Battle Styles was the first one we'd had since the X and Y base set, which had been a very long time. So 2 in moderately quick succession? Thing is, Concalder's like always really expensive. And it's a stage 2. I don't know. I don't think it's actually going to be good, but I really want this new Concalder to be good. And that's the thing, we've had a few Pokemon that have been confirmed as getting cards in this particular set. We know there's going to be a Mewtwo, we're fairly sure that's Mewtwo V. We know we're getting a Gyarados. We know we're getting an Ipom line. We know we're getting a Blissey line. We know we're getting Pikachu. Weirdly enough, Pikachu does not mean Raichu, but the Larvitar there pretty much guarantees we're getting a Tyranitar. Interesting to note that Larvitar is munching down on a raspberry, and again, I think it's really important to tell you that Pokemon are very deliberately doing this reveal with just the booster pack. Which means they knew that when they announced this set, the only information we were going to have was the booster pack. So I can guarantee, again, I don't have any insider information, I don't work for Pokemon, but I can guarantee you that they would have been super careful to vet every little inch of this booster pack. So I'm sorry if this sounds like I'm stretching here, but I promise you I really don't think I am. The fact that Larvitar is eating a raspberry, frankly, as far as I'm concerned, is kind of interesting. We've had a bunch of berry cards in the past. We had Citrus Berry and Lumberry in Sword and Shield. We've never had a raspberry card. I'm not saying we're definitely getting one, But I am saying if they chose to put that on the booster pack artwork and then didn't put a raspberry in the set, that just seems weird to me. They could have picked any artwork they like that doesn't show a... And we've all played Pokemon Go at this stage. We all know how important raspberries are to the set. I suppose it could just be a nod to Pokemon Go in the artwork, but come on. Also, check out the Ipom down in the bottom left, who is clearly ducking and weaving around a whole bunch of Pokeballs being thrown at him. This seems like a set which is really going to lean into Pokemon Go pretty hard. And from a business standpoint, we all know there are a lot of people out there that regularly play Pokemon Go but don't play the TCG and don't buy the cards. My dad is among them. My dad plays an obscene amount of Pokemon Go. Way more than I ever have. Does not play the cards. This is a set which is clearly trying to draw them in. Remember, the Pokemon brand as a whole had a big boost when Pokemon Go was introduced, and they're looking to recapture some of this magic right now. I, for one, am in, ladies and gentlemen. I am completely in. It looks awesome, and I am very, very excited. Obviously, as more news is revealed, I will share it with you on this channel. Every time we know a little bit more, every time you need to know something, I will tell you, ladies and gentlemen. I will tell you. For now, I want to know what you think about all of this, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio. This is really exciting!